joining me now on this special 75th episode of Locally Sourced EP is the great local band, Middle Fingers Unfold. Guys, thanks for joining me today.
Cool. How you doing? Thanks for having us, man.
Let's just jump right into it, guys. Let me just have you guys introduce yourselves real quick and your parts of the band, what you guys do.
Okay, I'm Albert. I'm the drummer. Also do vocals.
I'm Chris Ortiz. I play the bass and also do some vocals.
Bernie Esparza, lead and rhythm guitar.
Guys, thank you guys so much for being on the show today. I mean, we've been in contact for a little while now, and I've heard and seen your stuff, your music videos, your music, dude. You guys rock, man.
Oh, thank you.
I was reading a little info, based on you guys started in around 2017. What brought you guys together?
I think it was now that we're a little older, and our families, our kids are grown up, they ignore us. Our wives want us out of the house. We still, once you have music in your blood, you have that dream of we've always had that dream of recording. We never thought it was possible. We thought you had to go to Hollywood to do something like that, but we have Sonic Ranch in our backyard, one of the best recording studios.
In Tornillo.
Yeah, in Tornillo. So we decided now that we're older, we have better jobs, we can afford good equipment, and we have the time. We decided let's finish the dream.
Yeah, let's do it professionally. Yeah. So I've been in rock bands all my life, in and out. But we all have. So we decided to do it professionally and invest money on it and see where it takes us. It's a lot of fun.
We've had these dreams since we were 15, 16. That's how long I've known these guys.
Yeah, because we were in puberty.
Yeah.
Well, I've been reading stuff on your website, stuff you guys collectively don't mean to add it's more of experience than anything. You guys have over 100 years experience in music together.
Yeah, and we're only 25.
Nice. I knew it. Dang it. I knew it. You guys have quite a few songs, quite a few music videos on your YouTube page. Bernie, I'll go to you first. What first drew you into how did you get involved with music? I'll probably go around the room here. Just we could talk a little bit about how you guys got involved in music. But Bernie, I'll start with you, man.
Well, my dad used to own a junkyard. So back in the day when I was 14, my dad sold a transmission to this guy from out of town. He didn't have enough money. So what he did, he kind of traded a guitar, an amp, and some guns at that time to my dad to be able to buy that transmission. He actually installed it right outside the salvage yard.
Oh,
my
wow.
dad lent him the tools and everything because he was stranded pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at the junkyard and I looked at the guitar, which is this one back here.
Oh, dude, no way.
Actually, this is my very first guitar right here.
Oh, nice.
Which I had thrown it in the trash because it was all broken, and my wife actually had it rebuilt for me.
Oh, that's cool.
This guitar means a lot to me, but that's how I started picking up the guitar, man, and I loved it. I love what I did, and that's when I met Albert. Albert was in the band, and I was barely starting out, and they booed me out of the band because I sucked. I wasn't good at the time, but yeah, it's a long story, man. But that was my story of starting to play music, man. It all started at the junkyard.
I never was out of the band though. I ended up telling him, "Hey, let's start our own band."
Well, I'll jump right to Chris up in the middle, man. What got you into into music and especially the drums? I'll be honest, I am not coordinated enough to do the drums unless just because you need to be taught or if that's a natural thing. But how'd you get into that?
Well, Chris is a bass player.
Bass player. I'm sorry, bass player. Sorry.
I actually started off on guitar, so over the years I played bass, guitar, keyboards, but it was watching Kiss on TV.
Oh, nice.
And listening to the Beatles. That's what got me going. My first instruments were tennis rackets, and then I graduated to guitars and basses.
So so you're also a pro air guitarist then, right?
Yeah, definitely.
like we all are. I think I think that's the only thing I'm a pro at is the air guitar. I mean, just
Nothing bad on that.
yeah. So, Chris, you just inspired by like the greats, just to pick up the guitar and the bass and just
Yeah, all the great rock and roll bands, Zeppelin, Kiss, AC/DC,
The Doors.
Ozzy, yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
all the
cool.
good
That
stuff.
that's cool. And then what about you, Albert? What got you into music?
My favorite band was Motley Crue. Of course, Tommy Lee was an idol of mine. Mick Mars too. I tried playing the guitar, couldn't do it. I ended up joining high school band, and I went to Slaughter High School.
Mhm.
I was in the drum line,
Oh, nice.
and I was saving up money for a band trip to Florida. But then somebody broke into my house, messed up my dog. I ended up having to take my dog to the vet, and then I didn't get to go on the trip. So
Oh,
I had
man.
$700, and back in when Danny's Music Box was the big music store in El Paso, and I couldn't drive yet, so I went and I bought my first Yamaha drum set, black.
Oh, nice.
Since then, never looked back.
Dang, it's
been a
crazy
blessing.
how events in your life set you up and send you in a certain path, huh?
Yeah, it's like I guess certain things were there to make us be who we are, man, and I don't think I could have lived without music my whole life, man, It's helped me out through a lot of problems in my life,
Yeah.
Um, especially with this band. I mean, we've gone through so much in our lives, and we talk about it and we just let it out on our originals,
Therapy.
It's like
right?
living two lives.
Yeah,
It's
therapy.
this is what charges our battery, for the week. And
Oh, that's cool. And then
Okay.
how many times a week or how many hours do you guys get together to practice or just collab and
We practice all the time, man. I mean, it's an everyday thing for us. Even though that we have our day jobs, of course, but I could call Albert on a Wednesday, like, hey, you know what? I came up with this riff, you know what I mean? Or Chris will call us during the week, hey, I came up with this riff. And we bring everything together on the weekends, and pretty much, being in an original band, you never stop
creating.
creating, you know what I mean? So I would say every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah, separately, every single day we practice at home. And then when we bring things together would be Saturday. That would be our that's where we're consistent. Saturday, we practice about 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
During the week, I have my instrument bedside. So I mean, I don't know how many times during the day I pick that up and
Yeah.
just
Same
mess
here.
around.
That's cool.
Same here.
And I'm always annoying people like playing drums on everything I can on tables and
Yeah,
stuff.
we're at a restaurant and he's like, and everybody's watching him like, shut up.
You guys go to I was gonna ask you, do that a lot with at Chinese restaurants with the chopsticks?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's always like some kind of like soundtrack in my head. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Well, he
always
does
a
it with
song
his
on.
fingers. And believe me, his fingers are loud when he does it on the table.
Oh, wow.
It's like everybody, the whole restaurant would just turn around and look at him like, what is this dude doing, man? He was doing that yesterday, as a matter of fact, at the Moonlight. It
Yeah.
sounded louder than the band that was playing.
Oh, wow. Here, I'll ask you something about the band too. I mean, you got the band name again is Middle Fingers Unfold. How did you guys come up with that name? And does it have like a meaning, or how did you guys
Well, it has a meaning that a lot of people don't know about. Everybody thinks we're flipping everybody off.
Mhm.
But really, what it means, it's totally the opposite. It means when you're having a bad day, or when you're, in life, you grieve, you're sad, you have a pissed off day, when you have a bad day, you have a bad day. So you say, you know what, middle fingers unfold, man.
You gotta keep going.
You got to keep on going, and the next day is better.
And just persevere, stay persistent. Otherwise, life will get you down if you.
Yeah, you have to beat life.
You have to be your own cheerleader. You have to just say, middle fingers unfold. I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
I had my plans. We have our goals. We're going to keep. We went to the studio without a singer, and that's something that everybody thought, well, that's crazy, these guys, and then we said, no, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and everything materialized.
Yeah.
By being persistent.
So it pretty
That's
much means, middle fingers unfold to all the bad shit in life.
Nice.
And you got to keep on going. We can cuss, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay.
Motivate-
All right.
Yeah.
While you're like, oh shit, I'm cussing.
Sometimes saying fuck it motivates you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting out of bed, doing things you don't want to do, you know. And just-
The hardest part is like getting started, like you have to like get out of bed and start, you know,
Yeah.
everything else will just fall into place.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
hold each other accountable, especially practice. Like sometimes we don't feel like practicing, but we hold each other accountable.
It's like going to the gym, man. You have to do it.
yeah, and that's so cool that you guys are so close to that. Like that, you guys are probably that group of friends that'd be like, oh, I don't want to do that, and you can like basically like tell them, you know, like you said, fuck it, you need to get up and come practice, especially if like you're not feeling it today. You need to come on and
Well,
get this
yeah,
done.
especially Albert. Albert's a big pusher with me and Chris. Me and Chris are more calm. Like we want to do things with our family sometimes, or sometimes we're just like, oh, you know. And Albert's like, we gotta practice. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. You know.
Yeah.
So as a matter of fact, I have to go to the studio and do my guitar tracks later on today.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like it because we took a couple of shots last night, and
Oh well,
so now I have to go.
But I saw,
that's the life of a rock star, brother.
yeah, you,
Hopefully one day.
And let me add, I feel a little left out. You guys have that rock star vibe because you're wearing your shades, and I didn't have mine on, so I feel a little left out that I didn't bring my shades with me.
Well, we don't want you to see our bags under our eyes right now because
Oh, is that the secret?
lack of-
Dang it.
The hangover.
And I have my camera HD today, man. So it's like you can
oh,
see
we're from
everything.
Texas, so yeah.
in Texas, everybody wears shades, man. Yeah.
For real, dude. Like I know it, man. Like you go outside and you melt here, especially in I think El Paso's like I think we're at least we have that dry heat, so it's not as bad.
Yeah.
It was funny because some girl commented in our messenger once, and she's like, "What are you, 3 blind mice?" We're like, "Yeah."
Well, we can jump back in. You guys have quite a few songs and some music videos. Do you guys have any favorites of all the ones you've done?
We've been asked that question so many
I
times.
think
Yeah.
it's like our kids. Like there's certain things that you enjoy about certain kids,
Mhm.
like little quirks or like if, I don't know. I know a lot of people out there have chihuahuas. I know I have a couple. And everybody calls them a different name. So
Yeah.
it depends, I guess, on the mood for me. My favorite song is Middle Fingers Unfold. I think that song, if anybody wants to know what we sound like, I
Mhm.
think that song for me, Bernie did some very original guitar sounds at Sonic Ranch. I did an original drum beat to start it out. And when you do an original drum beat to start a song, it has to be something nobody's done. And then
Oh, that's
Chris
cool.
just came in with like, it was, for me, that was like a collective of what we sound like.
That was our first video too, so it has a special
Yeah, that's
special
special.
place for us, you know.
To me, get your kickstands up. Because I was dedicated to a friend of mine that passed away a couple of years ago. He was a biker buddy of mine, and
Mhm.
I knew him since I was 14 years old. So he passed away in his bike. So get your kickstands up was, you know, if you see the photo on that song, he's actually the one that took the picture of it.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was a
wow,
tribute
cool.
to
And
Peace Now.
and we did the video for that song, and it was a tribute to my friend Pete Snell. So that one has a lot of meaning to me. Yeah, because every time I hear that song and see the video, I brings a tear to my eye, man. Because at the end of the video, you'll see his picture, you know, dedicated to Pete Snell.
Yeah. And I bet you that's every time you probably watch that video too, right?
Oh yeah. I love his family, and all of us were like a good family, and we still are. You know, we still
Yeah.
talk to his wife and his kids and everything like that.
That's so cool that I mean you guys bring that family best friend vibe, like rock star vibe to what you guys are, and that's just so cool that you guys are like such a great family and group of friends together. And then you guys have just like you said, you guys motivate each other, and I think that's just something so cool. A lot of people don't understand or know how like a band goes.
You have to have good people in your corner because you know, they push you to be your best, and in return you're gonna push them to do their best.
Yeah, well, especially like right now at the studio, it's gonna be my session, the guitar, the rhythm and the lead.
Mhm.
And I can already hear them already yelling at me, like, you can do better than that, you know. And it always happens, you know, it's them and my wife, our promoter.
And
Right.
he performs.
And you know what? They get me to the point where I get pissed. But at the same time, I just close my eyes and they bring out the best out of me, man. You know,
Nice.
and that's what it's about, you know, bringing the best out of each other. Everything that that you can, they know my limits, in other words. And I
Yeah.
know his limits and I know Chris's limits, and I think to have a group, to have and any style of music, you have to have a good relationship, and you have to have trust, you know, that you know,
Yeah.
you're gonna produce that music, you know.
Also, the people we surround ourselves with, family and friends,
Positive.
same thing. They push us,
Positive.
they're there for us. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
that I-
appreciate that, you know.
I agree. I think that's probably one of the most important things is who you surround yourself with. And no matter what venture you're doing, especially
Yeah.
something like this, if you have that strong background of family, friends, you're going to be successful no matter what, or at least
Well, we
have a
have
good time
very-
doing it.
We have very, I want to give a shout out to our wives. They're our biggest cheerleaders. You can't do it without your wife, especially when you start, you know, paying for studio time and stuff like that. By the way, my wife's birthday was yesterday, so shout out. to
Yeah,
my
that's
wife.
why I'm a
Happy
little
birthday.
I'm a little hungover because she's his wife is my party buddy, man. Since
Oh,
she's-
nice.
she was 16, and I'm not gonna say how old she is now. She's 25, but you know, you know, we drank a couple of hornito shots and have a couple of little headache, but yeah.
No, I mean, I hear you, man. I mean, my wife is my number one supporter too, man. I mean, I do this and she lets me do, like, we have 2 kids, you know, they're downstairs watching, but she lets me do this. She lets me like kind of be a little creative and, you know, lets me spend money on crap for the background, you know.
Yeah, I
like
was
with
gonna
my-
ask you about that. That looks.
Yeah,
your
that looks so
collection.
cool, man. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a,
You know, before I went to the studio to Sonic Ranch, it was kind of cool because my wife was such a big supporter. She actually bought me a guitar the day before I went into the studio.
oh, that's cool.
And I was eyeing the guitar for a whole year, and I didn't know she had put it on layaway for a whole year, you know. And she's like, "Here, I wanted to give you this before you go into the studio." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you
Oh,
know,
dude,
this
that's
is
cool.
awesome, man, you know."
They
Yeah,
know
I can't
us
charge you
better
for
than we
charging.
know ourselves, man.
Huh?
They know us better than we know ourselves. It's pretty
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, yeah, and that's when you know you have a good person in your
And
in your
now
team.
it's your number one guitar, right? Like,
Yeah, her name is Blue, but she's already in the vehicle because I had to pack up all my stuff.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
But yeah, it's my number one Gibson guitar. Not Gibson, it's the Dean guitar.
Mhm.
I call her Blue. She's the one that's been recording all the albums, all the songs in the album. Yeah.
So you guys, you know, you guys have a big presence on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, even TikTok, and you guys don't not to mention you guys also have a merch store. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'll include all the information. But I just want to, do you guys like, you guys tour some of the venues around? You guys do shows? What's going on with that? Do you guys have any plans for that?
Right now, we're focused on finishing an album, so we're recording. We have played shows at Paulina's, Badlands, Ricky D's.
Nice.
We played shows around town.
And some private venues too, like
Yeah.
parties, a lot of private parties.
But yeah, we've been asked to play in some bars and stuff like that. But like Chris says, we're mainly focused right now on finishing our second album, and it takes a long time, man. I mean, just one song took us like 1 year, you know. So
Yeah.
I mean, it takes time, money, and I think we need to be more focused on what we're doing right now than actually playing every weekend.
One of our
Yeah.
goals is to headline a show, and in order to do that, we would need at least 2 hours of material. Our first album is about 45, so that's why we're working on our second.
Nice.
So the headlining.
Nice. Can't wait, man. That'd be awesome. I mean, you guys are, let's see, again, Middle Fingers Unfold. You guys have a bunch, like I said, social media. I'm speaking with Albert, Chris, and Bernie. You guys are so awesome. I can't thank you guys enough for coming on and just like wanting just to spend some time with me and just get your name even more out there. Cause I mean, yeah, you guys have a pretty good following out there already. And
Thanks for having me.
I just appreciate you guys taking the time to come on my little show here to talk about you guys. And it's just so awesome that you guys are doing what you're doing, especially recording where you're recording at that iconic recording studio, man. That's so cool.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
I
it's
just-
a lot of fun.
And I'll just ask you, you know, anything else, if you guys want to go around, anything else you guys like to say, Arad, before we end today?
I just like to thank everybody that's been following us, and everybody's been listening to our music and commenting, and you know, keep on listening. on Spotify, Pandora, wherever. We're in all social medias, right?
Yeah,
And check out our YouTube videos. We're still doing more YouTube videos.
Yes, we're always working on videos. But
Yes, Albert always makes us work on videos.
our fans, I love our fans because like, it's just an amazing thing. Our fans, if you look at our videos, every person in our video is a fan.
Oh,
And they've been
nice.
selected or they've asked to be in one of our videos. So if anybody wants to be in one of our videos, we're, just friend us on Facebook, and that's where we get our actors. And we have a lot of talent here in El Paso. We've met a lot of really nice people here in El Paso. I mean, a tremendous amount of talent here
Yeah,
in El Paso.
Glenn Garza came out in one of our videos, Billy the Kid,
Oh, nice.
from Cali Q.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out in one of our videos. He was Billy the Kid. Yeah, that was a pretty
Older
fun
Billy the
video.
Kid, yeah.
Yeah,
We have little Billy the Kid, teenager, and then he played the
yeah,
adult.
like Vicente Fernandez, like the series. It was like the little kid and then another.
Nice.
But
That's cool.
yeah, no, just we want to thank everybody.
yeah, I
Nice.
definitely, would like to thank, the people of El Paso, and also like abroad too, because there's a lot of people that follow us, like, Netherlands and Spain. And
Yeah, we get paid on Viva Radio every day. Viva Radio is in another dance. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks to those folks too, it's really great.
Orbita, Decimo.
Germany and Mexico, big following.
Yeah, they love rock, man.
Mhm.
Those Mexico is awesome, man. Yeah.
No, that's so
Big
cool,
rock
man.
followers.
I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for being on the show. I mean, I'll make sure I include all your information, all your social medias, the TikTok, Facebook, and also the merch store. That way, if anyone can hook it up with like a T-shirt and buy the album, anything else on your shirt on the merch store. And guys, thank you so much for joining me today, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for having us, man.
No, thank you guys so much. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Thanks, brother.
Yep.